Sub YouTube, how's it going? It's Alex again with another free drum lesson. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have come so far. Thanks for your comments so much, it's really cool to hear that. And for those of you, I'm going to try and set up like a Facebook or something like that where you can, like a central database where you can download some of these ideas and some of the sort of like notations for what we're doing, especially for the beginners stuff. Today, what I was going to look at, I was going to go back over some of those basic beats, but was thinking maybe we could orchestrate them differently so that we can, you know, maybe use the ride cymbal and toms instead of just using the kick snare and the hi-hat. I'll just show you how you can get some cool ideas just using those basic sort of straightforward beats, but just by changing which drums we use you can create some much cooler sounds. Alright, so let's give it a go. Oh yeah, we've got a new drum kit as well. Well, not a new one, it's an old one, but it's a new one for you guys who haven't seen it. Okay. So I'll give you an example of what we're going to do once I fix this. Fixed. Okay. We are going to... I'll just tell you what, let's just take any random beat. So if we take this. And that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I think it's one of the first ones I showed, so it's a nice easy one to get used to. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move my right hand over to the ride cymbal. Okay, so we play it like this. But when it comes to doing the double snare, I'm going to play the high tom and then the floor tom. So you get this. Obvious for some of you, but for some of you beginners, it might not be. So you might hear these things and think, what are they doing there? And all it is just changing the orchestration. So it's moving again, just not changing the patterns. So your limbs are still playing the same kind of, the same sort of movements and stuff like that. You're just changing the location the way you're doing them, thus changing the sound a bit. Okay, so if we speed it up, you sort of get an idea, and you might even recognise some of these. Here we go. Alternatively, I can do the same thing, except I'm going to use this floor tom down here. Don't worry if you haven't got two of these. You can just use your sort of basic one. But I'm guessing most of you at least have like a snare, floor, and then at least one rack, if not two or more. Right. So let's play the same thing, but I'm just going to put my right hand onto the floor tom, and instead of doing high tom to floor tom for the two snare parts, so instead of going we're going to go from the snare up to the high tom, so it'll be like that. We'll have our right hand on the floor tom, which will sound like this. Okay, the only way you're really going to change these that much is, you know, where you move your hands. Your kick drums, they're pretty much always going to be in one place. Okay, so let's try another variation. So instead of playing, what should we do this time? Yeah, you play it to it. Let's play the right hand on the snare, so we're not using it on the hi-hat, and then let's just use the toms. We're not even going to, with the first note we're going to play up here on the high tom. So we go. Effectively like 3 or 4 different sounding beats, which would suit 3 or 4 different sections in a song or something like that. We're not changing anything in terms of the pattern we're playing with our hand, we're just changing the position of it. And that's what we call like orchestrating things differently. So what I would suggest is just experiment. I mean, what I'll do is once we get past the first phrase, so we do like these basic beats where everything's, you know, we're matching everything up to the hi-hat, so everything's basically going to be in eighth notes or quarter notes, which are always going to land on our right hand. Eventually, as we move on and start learning some of the more intricate sort of where we separate and introducing 16th notes into our beats, then we can start actually putting the toms and stuff like in between the right hand notes. But that'll come soon, okay? So until then, you know, just take all those beats we went over in the first one. Your bass drum's going to remain the same, but just move your hands around, okay? So don't be afraid, use a high tom. You can even use these bits here. Sounds quite good. In fact, let's do another example of that. This sounds quite nice. Okay, you've got a lot of different parts of the drum, so let's use the rim, the floor tom. And let's do, I don't know, let's see what happens. Maybe not the best ideas there at the end, but you kind of hopefully illustrates the point. So just don't stick to just those you know, the kick, snare and hi-hat. Move those hands around the kit and you can get some really cool ideas. Yeah, I hope that helps. Alright, catch you soon.